What's bomb, y'all? What's bomb, y'all? To everyone's surprise, and by everybody I mean almost nobody, DDG's group seems to have broken up. And we started to first get glimmers of this about a week ago, towards the end
About a week ago. Now you get there tweaking. I really don't think it was ever a group. I think it was just, they wanted to be a group. But what memories do we ever have of like what they did together, or like, you know what I'm saying? They always kind of did their own thing. They kicked it around each other a long time ago. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. When this shit first popped off, y'all had beef and problems with Jay Cinco. And Jay Cinco came out and said that's not a real friend group from the very beginning. So I'm nobody's surprised, bro.
of July when Dub and Deshae Frost were talking about it.
Chat, we end up getting to a party. The police came. We got a notice on our front door. I probably seen it on Derek shit. I noticed on our front door or whatever.
Nobody watched. No, I'm just playing.
But we were lying. We didn't buy this house. We paid off this house for a year. Right? I'm gonna be honest. Keep it a buck. We have to because we just got.
So y'all was renting, and that's okay. What y'all lie for?
Nah, I was lying, nigga. I said we bought this. Oh, nigga, they telling me, they like, y'all got a month left. Hey, that's what they was telling me in my chat. So they knew it. So chat, we did partner up. We partnered up with a production company. We were supposed to have a meeting. Meeting never happened. They blamed it. I don't.
Why are you trying to skip over that like you wasn't capping? You wanted people to think that y'all bought the crib. That's lame, bro. It's kind of weird. He trying to like laugh it off like it's funny. Like, no, it's not funny. Why you could have just say you rent the house, bro? You got the crib. You rented the house. Nobody really give a fuck. What, you wanted to look cool on the internet?
No, chat. Like, it's either we gonna get a new crib or we gonna keep this crib.
Chat. If we lose this crib, God forbid, right, and we all go to our separate ways, do you think our streams are gonna be?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Hell yeah, they're gonna be more ass.
Streams are gonna be.
They already
So
kind of
they said
ass, to
they
be
teamed up.
honest
What
with
likely happened is they had, I think it was Meme House Productions. One of these production companies probably paid it up front for a year. And you can see here, of course, they're going to say, oh, yo, we bought it. It makes better content if you say, well, usually people don't lie and say that they bought a crib. They
don't make content. Nobody really gives a fuck. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Nobody is going to come watch y'all stream because you said you bought it over saying that y'all rented it or whatever. Like, nobody care. We just want good content, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh,
like,
this is my $10 million house, right? Like Core, we know that they're not buying the house, but they're saying, oh, we got a $20 million crib versus, oh,
y'all do have a 20. If you pay rent in a $20 million house, what the fuck is the difference between paying the rent and buying it? It doesn't matter. Because even if you buy it, unless you're buying it all cash, 20 million cash, you still got to pay rent. The mortgage that's rent. It's the same thing. You live here, motherfucker. This your house. Have you ever needed your paycheck to just come a little early? Like, yeah, you get paid on Friday, but it's Tuesday and you need the money now. There's a banking app called Current, and they got a whole bunch of super useful features on this app. And one of the best features is it lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full list of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the build card, and more. Now, Paycheck Advance is my favorite, but if you focused on building credit, or if you just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. And I know how I feel for your paycheck to be coming Friday, but you need your money Monday, and it's an emergency, and you need that money now, and you can't get that money now because you gotta wait, but you can't wait. And that's why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anybody who signs up for the Current app using the link that's in my description or scanning the QR code that's on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter your information, and order your Current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option that pops up to enter my promo code. And that promo code is going to access your $75 when you switch your direct deposit. Make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you do not miss out on the $75. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or even just tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people just like you stay more on top of your finances.
$100,000 a year for, especially if it's kids who are watching most of this content. Kids see a huge number and they're like, damn, this is crazy, and they've got all the cars. It's really cool stuff for kids. So in this situation, I don't think the content would get worse, but we didn't get a resolution when this clip came out, which was towards the end of July. It wouldn't be until DDG's cameraman 24-hour stream where he would officially put a fork in it.
Y'all probably briefly heard me talk about it, but the Capaholics house is over, y'all. We got like a few more days left. And
nobody's surprised, bro.
Very sad. That's why y'all see me spending so much time in T.O. room playing the game. Because, you know, after the Capaholics house is done, I know, like,
why y'all don't just get another crib?
We just gonna be living our own lives. But
why? Even if you could get a big crib for $20K a month, it's DDG, T.O., Dub, Derek, Deshae. That's $4,000 a month. That's not a lot. Y'all probably gonna go to live somewhere else and pay rent. Or maybe they just don't want to pay I don't know.
I don't mean Capaholics is over as a group.
Yes, it do.
Obviously, we got cabin trip tomorrow. We got more things we trying to do. But as for living together at this very moment,
it's over.
It's over.
It was never really a group, though. It was always just like a...
My mom would be this.
This was unsurprising, to say the least. I mean, when was the last time that these guys even really did much content together or even made much of anything? DDG would later go back to the crib and do a little bit of a review of what was going on the channel.
We had a lot of stuff in the beginning. When we first started, we lost a member on the first day.
Yep.
Finally got into the house. Then we had to do like it was just a different environment. Like it just was a bad start. But I still believe in us. I think we can still prevail.
I hope so.
Be a group.
This is a very good point that was made by DDG. I think them losing Jay Cinco was a huge deal. Because after
I told them. I when that first thing really first happened, I said this gon' hurt. Because Jay Cinco is, other than DDG, he's really the only like super duper well known, like, you know what I'm saying, on motion, like by himself. He got, you know what I'm saying though, like everybody else is kind of like they solidified, but they don't have like crazy. You don't see crazy numbers, like, you know what I mean. With Jay Cinco, it's like he would have been the second biggest person in the group. You know what I'm saying? So losing him is losing a lot of people, bro. It's a lot of fan bases that get lost.
After that, you've only got, like, if we look at the members that are a member of Capaholics right now, and Jay Cinco left immediately, they had that little bit of a beef. You've got DDG, you've got Deshae Frost, you've got Dub, who's DDG's brother, you've got Wizard Kelly. What the hell is Wizard? I thought this was something off of Wizards of Waverly Place. Wizard Kelly. I've never heard this name.
Never heard of him before.
Paid Way T.O. I've heard that guy's name before. Don't really know what he's got going on. And Derek King. That guy, Derek King, I heard about him. He went most viral for the situation where it was at Ryan Garcia's party, and then he like pushed up on one of DDG's ops or one of the people that was talking trash, and he picked up that dude Oblivion, and he was like bullying him. That was the only situation where I know about Derek King. Now, that does not mean that, he should have had more viral moments. That's not the point. A successful streamer doesn't have viral moments. You can have viral moments and be an unsuccessful streamer. And a successful streamer is one that consistently has a large viewership, or consistently has growing viewership and a successful live streaming audience. Live stream, you're a streamer. You putting out clips you're a clipper. You're a TikToker at that point, if that's what you're chasing, and if it doesn't translate into live stream views, which for a lot of the time, it doesn't. A lot of these people just bought the numbers. So really, this is only you have a big three, right? You could have a big three, and then you could have some other people that are members of the group. But this is a big one.
They were like fillers, though.
I would say DDG is clearly far and away like the biggest guy there. And then you've got Deshae Frost.
Everybody else is just
that's why I say a 0.5. It might be 2. It might be a big 2.
As far as like streamers and like people who, because it's different. Like don't get me wrong. You could be a big content creator and nobody will watch you stream live though. The hardest thing you could probably do in the content space is to have live people watching you live doing whatever you're doing. That's probably the hardest thing you could do as a content creator in general, is just have all these people live watching you play the game for 2 hours or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a task, bro. And the only two people that really have that have significant numbers, thousands of people watching them, is Deshae. But Deshae is a very, very like far second. You know, the DDG is at, you know, the highest, and then you got Deshae, and everybody else is kind of just there a little bit, you know.
Frost as a live
I ain't even trying to troll or
entertainer
nothing, like, that's
is
just
very good. Yeah, he's controversial. He has done a lot of things in the past. He skirts the line, but entertainer, you can tell he loves to entertain. He's willing to do anything. He's funny. I mean, he's co-signed by Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat has given him a lot of help in the past and talked about him and said like, yo, you can really make it and kill this thing. And he's it right now. So let's say a big 2. Dub was, I would say, a 0.25 before recently. Dub, as of now, I think he's a 0.5, which they're separating anyway. But Dub is killing it. After he got put on, I think Streamer University did a lot for him. He's always been a consistent grinder, and that's the problem where these guys, they're not consistent grinders because back in the day, DDG gave these guys their last chance.
I'm going to tell you exactly where everything went wrong. What? Everything went wrong. Because remember that first stream we did? That shit was great, right? But I think where everything went wrong is everybody started streaming at their own time, streaming at 10 a.m. And who the is watching streams at 10 a.m.? A real job.
At 10,
exactly. It's not me and my. It's supposed to be our. Who the. When you look at other organizations, but look though, when you look at other people like Core or Clover or the other, when they all stream at the same time, they all together. So let's say Ryan, his people know Jason because Jason always in it. They're gonna go to Jason. You know what I'm saying? All of our numbers would be times 3 if we all cross-pollinate. But who am I? I'm just.
What you was gonna say, Tio? You guys,
they probably didn't know that was their last chance, but you have DDG, and I've talked about this in the past. DDG does not need these guys.
Exactly.
DDG is doing, not out of the goodness of his, partially out of the goodness of his heart, he's helping these guys and giving them the opportunity. But I don't think he would put bums in a house that he didn't think were entertaining or had the capability of being entertaining streamers. I think he saw a couple of homies. He's like, yo, these guys are funny. These guys are my dogs. They could make it if they put in the work. So I'm going to give them a year in this crib and in LA and around me and Deshae and all these other people, and we'll see if they can make it shake. And as you saw, he was telling them about like, oh, you know, we need to do more content together. We need to be live at the same time. These guys are going live at 10 a.m. They're going live at 10 a.m. in LA. That's 1 p.m.
Yeah. 10 a.m. LA. Oh, no, but that's 1 p.m. Eastern. So everybody at work and shit like that. Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get what he's saying overall, but I mean, 10 a.m., people will watch that too. I wouldn't say it like it's stupid to do it, you know, just because it's 10 a.m.
On the East Coast, that's 10 a.m. in LA. So everybody that's supposed to watch you guys is in school. So they're like, nah, you know, me and my dogs are like, who are your dogs? Like your homies that you hop on Discord calls with? So these guys,
I think he's talking about the people in his chat when he say that.
Push forth any initiative in making things move forward, in growing their own streams or anything like that. It's always DDG had to do something or Dub had to do something and they would follow along. Meanwhile, Deshae Frost, you see him traveling around. You see him organizing his own streams. You see him killing it. These guys, they just didn't have what it took. I think they thought that we can just coast and we're going to make it. Like, for example, the YouTube channel. When DDG was looking that over, you could see that there was like 6 videos. One of these guys should have adopted, especially if you were a smaller streamer or really a nobody streamer, some of these other guys in the group, you should have adopted the role of, okay, I'm going to run this YouTube channel or I'm going to get an editor that I'm going to team up with and show them the vision. And then, of course, like DDG or whoever will finance it. They'll pay the editor. That's really all they need because they have filmers in the crib. So they'll pay the editor. And then you put these ideas together and you have something consistent. These guys dropped like 6 videos and it was in the first 2 months. What happened the rest of the 10 months? It's not like these guys got full-time jobs either. It's not like they're cameramen. Their whole job was to stream and blow up. And it didn't work out. And I think this conversation that Ludwig was having with Jason the Ween really is telling in this regard.
What is some advice you give to a group like Core, you know, the group I'm in, for long term?
I think Core's currently going to fail. But yeah, I think Core's going to fail because, and I said this when Core first got announced, the issues with Core are, you guys are all very successful individually, And I think you guys are incentivized to just work on your own thing. Like,
yeah,
you know, you're actively doing Maybach Monday, or like you're maybe talking with your team, like Woj or Lou, about like some streams you want to do in the future for yourself, and you'll see the direct benefit from that. And I think that's the same exact situation like Ron is in. Like, Ron is more incentivized to think about like, all right, am I setting up this like 1v1 with Jinxie, and then maybe like some Fortnite watch party or whatever, and no one's actively like putting effort into thinking about what should we do for the group. And so my prediction when you guys started your group is that eventually, like, you know, one person's going to do the brunt of the workload to get it started. They're going to burn out just necessarily because they're only receiving the, like, if you put effort into the group, 1/5 of that. There's 6 people, 1/6, whatever the percentage is, but they're getting like 1/5 or 1/6 of the return of that. If they were to work on their own things, they would feel much better because they'd get more return. It's kind of like imagine doing a group project every week, and you're getting an A, but you're doing all the work. But what I bet was going to happen, sorry to cut you off,
no, go for it,
is that you guys are going to talk about it, and everyone's going to be like, yeah.
And then ain't gonna do shit.
And then you go back to doing your own shit.
Yeah.
Because it's very comfortable.
And that's what happens a lot of times with just life in general. Like, niggas talk about that's why I don't have sympathy for a lot of people. Not just streamers. I'm not talking about streamers. I'm talking about general people. Like, people who like might DM me and be like, bro, I'm trying to get put on, or I'm tired of being broke and shit like that. And then I simply ask you 4 or 5 questions, and I can see why you broke. You don't do shit. But like most people are not too stupid to be rich or be successful in any aspect of the word, because there's a lot of stupid ass people that got a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of dumb motherfuckers that got a lot of money that they don't know the difference between the back of their ass and they right pinky. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be a genius to make money. But what you have to do is do what you know you're supposed to do. If you want to be ripped in the gym, you know what you're supposed to do. Eat your protein, eat your calories, work out hard every day. But if you don't do it, what the fuck I do? You know what I'm saying? You know what you're supposed to be doing for your money, bro. You know what you're supposed to be doing. But most people just don't do it. Because you'll have a conversation with them and they'll be like, yeah, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days go by and they ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's because as humans, we're creatures of habit. So if we drink water every day at 10 a.m., you can pretty much bet that you're going to keep drinking that water at 10 a.m. Even if you should drink a protein shake at 10 a.m. and drink the water at 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people just do what they're comfortable doing, and it's very hard to get out of that comfort. And that's why, like, you got to be self-accountable, bro. You got to be self-accountable in life, period. Not even just with streamers. Just in life, period, bro. If you know you wake up at 10 a.m., but you need to wake up at 6 to get what you got to get done, you're going to keep doing that until one day you get tired of it. And that's literally the only thing that would change.
And easy to do, and you know how to do it. And it's harder to do the thing you don't know how to do and like take the reins to do that.
Okay.
So I've talked about this with Core in the beginning when FaZe first broke up and they said they were going to get back together, and I was proven wrong. They were able to find a crib. They were able to figure out the rent situation. Yeah. However, Adapt has taken a back seat a little bit in terms of he sacrificed his own career and motion and money to make sure to put things together. And I think Stable Ronaldo also said that they're working on a documentary. So I do think that those guys want Core to work as a group, and then there's not much of a financial incentive because they're going to get like 1/5 of everything. But this is very different because DDG and Deshae Frost and Dub, they've all got their own thing going on. Right. Those other guys, they need the group to work out for them to kill it. So they should be doing everything in their power to organize things, to frequently collaborate, to collaborate with other people outside of the house. Like DDG brought so many people in the house. They should be meeting with those people, live streaming with those people. Because you already got a cosign. You're already like, oh, that's DDG's man's. He streams. Okay, let's do something together. Why not? And you met them in person at first, but they just didn't have what it took. And then unfortunately, it failed. It's a failure. You know, you throw up stuff, you throw up shots, and sometimes they don't take. And with this scenario, at least Dub, I think he can keep it pushing. Because this guy, if there's nothing else, he has been consistent. Is he the most viewed guy? No, but I do like his food reviews.
I agree with that.
Like recently, he was doing like a hospital food review and a food review.
I mean, he does that, and that's his niche. Me personally, though, I don't want to watch. I never understood that. I don't want to watch nobody eat. I've never got that. I know that's like a whole niche on its own. I never understood that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never got that ever in life. But he do that though. He's consistent. He got that from his brother. Like he's consistent. And you don't have. That's why I tell people you don't need groundbreaking views to have money. You don't. You could be a millionaire in 2-3 years if you can just get 10,000 views a video on your YouTube channel. You don't need to have groundbreaking 40 million views and 50 million views and 6 million live viewers. You don't need that shit to be successful, bro. You get 1,000 live viewers on your Twitch, nigga, you can get rich off that shit. Don't listen to nobody else.
Stuff. I don't know if he used to do that stuff on YouTube. I never watched him on YouTube.
Me neither. Really.
I didn't really watch DDG vlogs either, but I knew of DDG, especially during the diss track era. So unfortunately, this is going to fall apart. But I think this is great if you're a fan of these guys at all, because that means Deshae Frost can just focus on himself, DDG can just focus on himself, and Dub can just focus on himself. So instead of having, for lack of a better word, weight pulling them down.
I knew he was gonna say it. I don't know how I knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say it. I was fit to say damn weight, but I don't know how I knew he was gonna say that.
These guys now have the freedom to explore whatever they want. Will you get less collaborations between like a DDG and a Deshae? Probably because of logistics, but that's 3 separate streams that are gonna go up. So I'm looking forward to see how these guys continue to grow, especially Deshae. And Dub, DDG's just always been, he's kind of done everything in the game.
Deshae need to clean up his damn PR. Okay? That's what the fuck he need to do. Deshae need to clean up his damn, his image if he wants to, like, really blow up. Because he's more famous than his streams project. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be getting million view streams consistently. But it's his PR. It's all the shit that he do behind the scenes that fuck him up. So
game at this point. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Did you think that this was going to work out at all?
No, I really didn't think it was going to work out. When they first started, and they started off with beef, and Jay Cinco ended up leaving, and he said they not a real friend group, and they just this, and this Big Eyes and Lil U's in the group, and this, that, the third. It's like, I was like, I don't know. And then they never really seemed serious. I don't know who or what. They just never seemed like serious. Like they all really wanted to do their own thing. And I think like the dude was saying to Jason and Wayne, like it's more beneficial for DDG to do his own stream because he don't have to worry about this person being there, that person being there, this person getting the right clips. He could just go do his own thing with his cameraman, and he can kind of run the show. And it's easier like that. When you don't have to, you can just do whatever you want to do versus doing having to depend on this person or this person late. So now, you know what I'm saying? So it's easier like that. Same thing with Dub, same thing with Deshae. So, I think that it's better. I think it'd be better for this reason. I think all the smaller streamers like T.O., what's his name, Kelly or some shit, and the dude Derek and somebody else, like, I think they should just lock in on their own, build their own audience and build their own foundation, and then it'll be better when the group comes together. Because when you look at AMP, everybody on AMP got their own motion. Agent, Duke, Kai, Phantom, and I'm missing Davis, and what's the other dark skinned nigga name, bro? Davis, and what's the other nigga name? Chris. They all got their own little like audience, their own section. You know what I'm saying? So when they come together, it's just like a. But they're consistent. That's one thing about them too. Like they consistently do shit together. When you type in AMP and you go to their page, I always see this shit pop up on my what you call it. They don't post every day, but they post consistently 3-4 times in a month. And their videos are usually high production videos. They all together. They doing something, you know, significant, something cool, something fun, and they go viral every time they post. Because you got Phantom. Somebody might love Phantom, and so they want to see Phantom and Kai together. Somebody might love Davis, and they want to see Davis and Chris together. Somebody might, you know what I'm saying, though? So I think stuff like that, and these type of videos is like, just goated, really. You know what I mean? I think these type of videos, this is like kind of like the Mr. Beast style, mainstream style videos. You know what I'm saying? And I think that brings in a lot of money, like the Fight Club. I'm a trained professional. And it's not nothing crazy. It's not nothing that you've never seen before. But it's just put together. You could tell it's put together. It's filmed right. It's filmed nice. It's edited nice. You know what I'm saying? And there's an end goal. And I think that is a very just overall, I think it's a very good formula. You know what I mean? So I think if I was a Capaholic and I could give them some advice, I would say go do your own thing, build your own shit up, do a little bit more on your own. And then that way when y'all come together, it's just extra versus everybody feeling like they gotta come together. Do your homework.